welcome back to the latest edition of NC Sports Weekly News. And the water sports calendar is truly stacking up for the season. Gold medal battles take center stage for Olympic greats in Hyéres for the 2015 ISAF World Cup kickoff. Courtney, Conlogue, and Adriano de Souza win the WSL Margaret River Pro on the amazing barrels of West Australia. More sailing powerhouses in France. Senior correspondent Sebastien Destremau reports on the test event for the new GC32 foiling circuit in Marseille. Royal Mania also delivers spills and thrills for the brand new foiling generation in Wakayama, Japan. Pro surfing spreads to the Caribbean as Joshua Muniz wins his first ever WSL-QS event at the new Martinique Surf Pro. Caribbean sailing also happening now as Nautical Channel is on the beat for Antigua Sailing Week. NC Sports, plunge into the action. Topping it off with Sunday's medal races, Olympic hopefuls met in Hyéres for the first ISAF World Cup event of this 2015 season. 49er gold once again went to New Zealand's world-class talents, Peter Burling and Blair Tuke. 4 wins and rarely off the podium in 13 regattas, and with Australians Outridge Jensen and Germany's Heil Plosel on the chase for silver and bronze. Following the Dean Barker divorce of Burling, the new helmsman for Emirates Team New Zealand is clearly a favorite for the Rio 2016 Games, before hopping on to Bermuda for the America's Cup in 2017. Southern France offered superb mixed wind conditions as Bad Nielsen and Olsen got their gold in the ladies' 49er FX fleet. Local stars Billy Besson and Marie Rioux stole the show in the Nacra 17. Australian gold for Tom Burton in the lasers, while Belgium's Evie Van Acker found few rivals on the ladies' laser radial. Men's 470 gold went to Croatia's Sime Fantela and Igor Marinic, and the women's title to Brazil with Fernanda Oliveira and Ana Luisa Barbachan. With some fast sailing on the fins, Giles Scott again dominated the fleet for another British gold. Lecoq sealed the win in the men's RSX 4 Team of France, but it was Liliane de Joos who took the ladies' gold for Holland. More gold for France in Paralympic classes with Jourdain Flage Vimont on the sonar and in 2.4 with Damien Seguin. Complete coverage on next week's NC Sports Buzz. Courtney, Conlogue, and Adriano de Souza survived and ultimately conquered the huge break at the Margaret River Pro last week, as 3 to 4 meter fast closing barrels shook up the top ranks of the WSL Championship Tour. After 3 straight event wins, stopping more was the big question mark on the women's tour. This time, with 2 consistent 8s, Courtney finally broke the spell, while Carissa instead lost steam in a 16.93 to 13.13 final. Conlogue is now number 2 in the world behind Moore and ahead of Steph Gilmore. Here, out on injury.
I'm putting so many hours into trying to get in that top seats, and the top 3 I've always kind of held down that fort, and I want to try to crack it open. And there's such amazing talents, and you gotta always be on point when you're up against them and leave no question marks. And I'm so thrilled to have the opportunity to surf with them in these kind of conditions.
With awesome conditions holding up, the men's final was another clash of young titans, with John Florence against Adriano de Souza. Second at Bells Beach just days ago, the Brazilian nailed 2 high 8s early on. The Hawaiian did respond, but even that last 9 still added up short. 1753 to 1687 for De Souza.
It's such an honor, to put my name on the stairs, and every morning I come down and see all the names over there, and I wish so much like my name will be there someday, but it will be in 2015. I'm so happy, and I want to say John, he's one of the most crazy talent we have on tour, and we had a blast out there, and unfortunately I think this time we are going to bring the trophy home.
The WSL Championship Tour now beats to a different drum, and the Brazilian prophecy continues. Adriano now also leads the world rankings, ahead of Australia's 3-time world champ Mick Fanning and compatriot Felipe Toledo. The next WSL stopover is at the Rio Pro in mid-May for some real home court advantage. Be there with NC Sports. Plus, get the full take from this WSL Margaret River Pro in the next edition of Top Story, premiering this Saturday at 5 p.m. only on Nautical Channel.
With 15 very tight races, the test event held in Marseille is really the beginning of a new season for the GC32s. Jan Guichard is really chuffed by the GC32, this 10 meters long flying catamaran capable of going at breakneck speed.
I was really excited to come here to try this new boat, and for me it's amazing on board, and especially at the helm, because you have to be really precise. On the boat it's really stable, so I'm really looking forward to take part of this new circuit.
The foiling capabilities of this catamaran are incredible. The boat takes off even when the breeze is very light.
It's foiling very, very early. It's fantastic. It's a lovely boat to sail. It's a great design.
The speed to beat on a GC32 is a staggering 37.9 knots. Starting the race on a cross reach at speed in excess of 30 knots is very airy, and the change of leaders makes it even more exciting. Some of the big names in sailings are very enthusiastic about racing in 20 knots of breeze. Skippering Armin Strom, Chris Draper is an expert at foiling and is dominating the racing in front of Alungi.
I've sailed a lot of foiling boats now, and it's super balanced. It's very, very easy to drive, very, very fast compared to any other cataracts,
Ernesto Bertarelli is like a kid discovering a very exciting new toy. The teams are now going back to their base and will practice hard ahead of the first official championship of the Bullet GC32 Racing Tour to be held in Austria next month.
Foiling mania is clearly spreading all over the world, and a new and much-awaited global racing series for young talents successfully completed its launch event this weekend in Wakayama, Japan. Created by Olympic champions Roman Hagara and Hans-Peter Steinacher for Red Bull, masterminds of the successful Youth America's Cup, Foiling Generation is a new series of 7 international regattas held on the sensational Flying Phantom foiling catamarans for sailors aged 16 to 20. Each series crowns a national champion who will be invited to the World Final in 2016. We are looking for the world's best talents, noted sports director Steinacher, inviting a truly new generation of young athletes to take a step forward. The racing includes a novel format in sailing, with 4 brand new cats competing in sensational knockout races for a place in the next round. Wakayama, just south of Osaka, hosted an exciting three-day duel between the 8-2 member teams. Shinichiro Yano and Issei Fujuki, both just 17, edged out Fukazawa and Takayama in Sunday's thrilling finals to clinch the event and earn their place in the 2016 World Finals. Join the current on Nautical Channel for the spills and thrills of the next foiling generation event, coming to Weymouth in the UK at the end of June. WSL action just won't quit, and the debut of the Martinique Surf Pro in the Caribbean over the weekend reconfirmed that success is set to continue and grow under the new vision and mission. Hawaii's Joshua Muniz found the perfect progression right from the early rounds of this men's qualifying series event, and posted a string of 8s and 9s when it counted the most. In the quarterfinals, he overpowered South Africa's Bayrick de Vries with a 7-point margin. Again, versus Australian Cooper Chapman, Joshua pulled off a win in a tight 17.80 to 17.46 semi-final. Then Muniz put 2 more aces down in the final, with a 9.07 and an 8.87 for a massive 17.94 to 16.10 overall against Michael February, also from South Africa.
I feel so good. I'm coming here that I really wanted to win. I knew this wave would kind of suit my surfing, and I was pretty nervous in that last final, but I'm so stoked to come out with a win. This is my first QS win ever, and first time really making heats with man-on-man, so I'm so happy.
Also in the Caribbean, Antigua Sailing Week is now in full swing as hundreds of tenacious amateurs gathered from all over the world for this island classic. Racing kicked off with a blast in the Round Antigua and with another new record for Lloyd Thornburg's Mod 70 Trimaran, Fado 3. More regattas for this Harlequin fleet of over 100 boats and plenty of dockside partying dot the dense calendar of events. Nautical Channel is a proud media partner of Antigua Sailing Week, so stay tuned for final results and specials in the upcoming NC Sports editions. Hold on, surf fans. Awesome barrels are coming your way. This Saturday at 5 p.m., join the current on Nautical Channel for Top Story with complete coverage, highlights, results, and pro comments from the WSL Margaret River Pro. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.